This is intimate.
I feel like I should move.
Is everybody ready?
Down to the stairs, John.
Are all three of you ready?
All the work is out of
It's
that.
like the Grand National a bit this, and everybody street the thing, so stand to the stairs.
All okay, cameras? Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Great. Nigel, thanks very much. Welcome along. Can we start with some team news ahead of the game?
Well, we're going to look at, obviously, Decore's will be suspended for the game against Sheffield United. We've got a couple of players who we're monitoring in terms of having knocks, so it's the normal stuff the day after a game, really. The long termers, there's no change with that, so we'll be more or less the same squad, but like I say, it's about checking a couple of them to make sure that they're okay.
How big a loss is Decore? Because he's the only outfield player to have started every game. You deployed him a bit further forward.
Yeah.
So how's that going to change your plans?
Well, I mean, he can certainly stretch teams. He's got a really good capacity to go box to box. So, but I don't really overthink situations like this when players aren't available. I don't waste energy thinking about what we're going to miss from that. We're in the throes now of doing our prep for the Sheffield United game, because these fixtures come very, very quickly after each other. So we might have we're going to have at least one change for sure. But over the next few games, we'll need the squad to contribute, because it's quite a hectic schedule.
I've spoken to a couple of your players a little earlier, and they said that you're exactly what Watford would need right now, and it's already shown in the game against Liverpool and that fantastic win against United. What would you say you've done?
Keep things pretty simple. I think the players here are. It's been frustrating for them more than anything. I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed, that we do have very capable players here, but they. We've probably lacked a little bit of direction at times, but it's important for us to really be accountable for ourselves. Look, at the end of the day, we're in a difficult situation, but we have to be able to keep our composure day to day, and things will go against us at times this season, but we've just got to make sure that we stay composed and make sure that we do enough ourselves, because it's always about how you contribute yourselves, really, and I want us to have a very strong team ethic more than anything, because it means that it means that if we're having a bit of an off day, the structure of the side can compensate for players making mistakes. So I mean, it sounds very simple, but I suppose it's keep it simple.
Yeah, I mean, I think the words you said, you wanted a collective in, or
collective buy-in. Yeah.
Do you feel you've got that from every player now?
I hope so, but it's not just the players. It's we, all of us who work for the football club, will contribute in some way. But clearly, it's about the players. The players have got to go out there and put the performances in, and I've seen some encouraging signs over the last couple of weeks, but we need to maintain that, of course.
You've done something like this before. Obviously, you managed the great escape with Leicester. Was it 7 out of the last 9 games you won, I think?
Yeah.
I was surprised that you haven't mentioned it to your players. They said, you don't think that's something that could give them some strength?
Well, I wouldn't imagine they'd want to hear about somebody, another team's. No, it's not about that. It's about the situation that we're in here and how we find a solution to our current problem, and that is that we are at the bottom of the league, and we've got to make ground on the sides directly above us, but we need to get some momentum at some point. And like I say, that the last few performances have been encouraging. It was a big win for us yesterday, of course, but we've got some really key games coming up as well now.
You imagine the magic word of momentum. The momentum must be sky high at a home win against Manchester United. How do you keep that going?
By giving the same message to the players on a daily basis. I think we have to set pretty high standards for ourselves, and you know, listen, we play Sheffield United, and they are a really good team. They've got a fantastic work ethic, and they play a very expansive brand of football. They will cause most teams big problems just because of their commitment to how they play. So we've got to deal with that, but we've also got to make sure that we cause them problems. And we've got players in our squad who are very capable of, as we've proved, going to Liverpool and beating Manchester United yesterday. You know, we've got players who are very, very capable ourselves. So concentrate on ourselves, make sure that we are physically and mentally right for each game is the key message.
Is there a little bit of an extra edge for this one for you? The fact that it's Sheffield United, your Sheffield Wednesday allegiances, Chris Wilder?
Again, it's I just think of it more in the context of me going back there as Watford's head coach. You know, clearly I mean, I played 7 years at Sheffield Wednesday, but I don't really think that has a bearing in terms of how I approach it. This is our next game. I think Chris Wilder's done a marvellous job at Sheffield United. He's a nice guy as well. So I don't think my personal connection with Sheffield Wednesday is really relevant to our situation now. We've got a job to do in terms of putting a performance in, trying to get 3 points if we can, to improve our own situation. So, that's the way I look at it.
Can I ask though, because he's obviously an Englishman who's doing incredibly well, you've done such great things. There seems to be a little bit of a trend at the moment going back to Englishmen, and do you think that's a good thing? Because there was a real European trend for a while.
There's plenty of good coaches around, British coaches. So I can't really see any reason why English managers, British managers don't get top jobs. But you know, I mean, that's, again, I'm not gonna waste much time thinking about that. I mean, Chris has earned the right to be in the Premier League by taking a side up. That's how I did it before, you know. I mean, I think that would be an assumption that a lot of people would have, that your best chance of getting a job in the Premier League is to take a team up from the Championship. But whether there's a trend now, I don't know. I really don't know. There are more British managers certainly managing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nigel, got off the mark, didn't he? I think he's only played 7 or 8 games.
Yeah.
Nigel, it's been a crazy long run. Forward is so important, isn't it, to get that first goal? Do you think that'll give him a bit of a lift? Because I guess the fans look at him and they put a bit of pressure on him. Whether he feels that or not is a different matter.
Troy will put pressure on himself. You know, he's a talismanic figure for us, really. We need players within our side to go and do what they're picked to do, and you know, he's going to be an important player for us. I think it's the injury that he's had has taken a while for him to recover from, and I'm sure in the next few months he will continue to be an important player for us. But I don't really think at the moment it matters who scores. We just need to score more goals. Simple as that, really.
It's worth mentioning the other goal scorer as well. Probably not the best goal he's ever going to score. So,
doesn't matter.
But as a new signing, didn't have the most easiest time. So that's an important goal for him. He did go close and against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Palace as well.
Look, he's a young man who's settling in, and I think we can, if we can harness his ability and skill, then I mean, he'll improve with time for sure. But you know, we talked yesterday about it not really mattering. It didn't really matter how we won. it was about trying to get the right result. It's always nice if you play well and win, but I think that in the context of our season, it's very important that we try and pick points up whether we're playing well or not. And I think that is about game management. You know, we've got to be able to function well as a team. I think that's the key message for us at the minute. We've got talented individuals, and they'll have a better chance of flourishing if the work ethic and the team ethic is strong. I think that's always going to be the key thing for us. So yeah.